Well, hello, dear friend. It would appear life is grander than we can perceive sometimes. We don't always have the answers. We're doing the right thing. Can we trust what we're seeing? Do we know what we're talking about? I can safely say no. But life's gotten a little weird. And some of my behaviors have gotten uncomfortable in terms of how do I honor myself and other people. And just the grandness of divinity, the mystery. I've experienced a lot of chaos, phenomenon, rapid healing in my body, spontaneous healing, possession, disassociation, psychosis, addiction. Immense bliss, pleasure, with no effort. I've experienced immense gratitude, which is a feeling for me. It's the best feeling. I threw my life away, though it seems I still have some to go. After experiencing very intense phenomena that I had no clue what was going on. You could call it a rapid, spontaneous Kundalini awakening that was very aggressive. And I certainly was no yogi. This played out like I haven't seen anybody really share an example of it. But it was a series of very physical, very intense purgings in my body, where I had to literally just seizure and flop around on the floor and shift into all sorts of terrible things. Something that would look like a scene out of a horror movie, perhaps. I've had stars come down for me, legitimately. I mean, it's hard to say what's real, but for me, they just do. The stars move around. And they've come down, they've helped me heal. Different ones. The first few series of this Kundalini awakening, there's a few of them. I lost a lot of liquids in my body. I went into spontaneous Kriya that was intelligent. I sang in different voices. I spoke demonically. I spit. I pissed. I came. I lost immense liquid. I felt like I was being ripped apart. Like I was gonna die. Like I was gonna die. The worst pain that I've ever experienced. And then just all of a sudden, nothing. I was nothing for a moment. And it wasn't like an orgasm. And I felt just an instant release. And my body lost all this liquids. And I was nothing for a moment. And I'd had a lot of orgasms before. This was like, if orgasms came from a source of inspiration, it would be this place. Anyways, but it happened really quick, and then I came to, and I was back in my body again, maybe. Or there's just like an awareness. And I was soaked in a puddle. I had to mop up. I had to mop up a shit ton of liquids. And I was no stranger to different kinds of orgasms where you lose liquids, but this isn't really the point. The point is I haven't really seen an example of all the shit I've gone through, which has been very physical. I thought maybe I'm a channeler. Doing shaman stuff, but not studied. I just let my body do what it wanted, and it was so intelligent. Just go into Kriya and Mudra, know what to do. I would sometimes have to shift into really uncomfortable things physically. My voice changed. The serpent energy of the tongue. Sometimes the tongue just had to come out. Had to share that. Anyways, things have gotten weirder. You start calling yourself God, right? And things fucking get real. And it wasn't until I started participating. This was like a lone journey for like 3 years. I just had to go lose my mind. And it wasn't until I started interacting with other human beings, seeing them online and engaging somewhat, where things got weird. Where I started to really be tested and shown that the universe is speaking to you. And I went through this whole process of oh, I'm just a mirror. We're just a mirror for people, right? Just a mirror. And I learned about the backwards people, sacred clowns, the Heoka, that this was their role, that they were divine people. And you let them fucking do what they wanted impulsively because it was a higher knowledge that was coming through. And people would maybe mock them or laugh, or they'd be entertaining, or behavior issues like we have a lot these days with the labels that we have. And I started learning about these things, and it was really empowering, because you think you struggle your whole life fucking, and you realize it's oh, there's nothing really wrong with me. It's just fucking system's pretty broke, isn't it? And I'm just a man. And if you see something beautiful in me, well, you could only perceive that if you felt that way about yourself, if you'd known that yourself. And if you saw something you didn't like in me, well, you were judging yourself. But this went to another level where when people are constantly just speaking to all your questions, the universe, you have a thought, somebody shows up and fucking answers it somehow, right? You see this over and over again, and it's like, whoa, fuck, legit, like, we're all gods, you're a mirror, we're a mirror. Well, you start to dehumanize